self-speaking. Okay. Okay, you can see there what is this workshop about. Basically at the end what we're going to do is we're going to make one loopable background music to put in your game and how to tweak and edit your sound effects to fit the game. Yeah. I'm not going to teach you how to use Audacity to compose stuff or whatever. Okay. So first thing, you want to be able to record from your desktop. How do you do that? You don't need to put a microphone near your laptop or anything. All you have to do is just follow these steps. And the taskbar at the bottom, you right click at the volume mixer. And then, yeah, just follow the pictures here. Select recording devices. And then you come up with this list. And you have to show, if what you want is this folder. What you want is this thing, stereo mix. If it's not there, you have to show show disabled devices, and it will appear faded. And right click on it, enable it. You don't need to actually select it as default device though. Just make sure it's enabled. Okay. And also, you right click on it, select the properties. You want to tweak this recording level, because this will affect levels, other levels. This will affect when you record the actual music, how loud it will be. Another thing that will also affect how loud it will be is the actual levels you have right now. It will record according to how loud the browser plays it. Okay? So I think it's best to just make it maximum. But for me, since you guys your ears will be very pain if you make it max. Okay, now you can open Audacity.
It should be off here, right?
You should see this screen. What you want to do is you want to go to
I think Asan should be on.
edit preferences. Tell me if I'm going a bit too fast. Okay, edit preferences, go to I think it's devices. Under recording, it should be stereo mix like just now. So basically what this will let you how to alter that? Cannot see the screen. Okay. Can see? Okay. Like I said, if you get lost, you can go back to the document. Yeah, you want to select stereo mix. So you can record from your browser. Yay. Yeah. Now that's basically it for configuring Audacity to record. So I'm going to get to a bit of fun stuff first. Since I'm not going to teach you how to make your own music, we need some music, right? This is a good website for you to go to and try. Right. The link is there. I think you just double click on the link. It should take you to this website. Basically, what you want to do here, let me just shut this off. Never mind. Hold on. Okay, basically what you want to do here is, it's quite self-explanatory actually. The mood of the song, acoustic, synthetic. Acoustic is like, I think it's quite obvious also. And then you want to be a rhythmic or ambience. And then generate new score. And then from them, you can choose what the lead track, the drum line, and the bass all will sound like. For example, right now this is I guess a mellowish, synthetic, ambient sound, and you can change the lead. See, why I show this website is because you want to be able to use your own resources, your own assets, your own sound assets. And let me skip ahead a bit to talk about copyright. Because if you're registering for GameCraft, you're going to need to use your own assets, or assets that are free for your use, free for you to publish. Okay, let me introduce this thing called a creative license. right there. There are a few forms of creative licenses, and what you want to look out for is this thing called Creative Commons 0. This means that you can do anything you want to that file or asset, and you don't need to credit the original owner. Okay? Let me just show you what other forms of licenses there are. And it's going to load. Okay. Here we go. These are like just for your reference. There's attribution with CC. Basically, is most of this is you have to credit the original owner. Okay. Right. So this website is just a useful thing for you to generate your own original-ish music, and then from there you can record. So right now we're going to give you a few minutes to come up with your own stuff, your own score, and we're going to use that to record and edit it in Audacity. Okay? That's 5 minutes. 6:33. Then I'll continue. So yeah, right now is a good time to use your earphones, by the way.
Cannot go in between. I cannot in between. That's free. This is not scary. That's not. No lead. Copies. This is scary enough. Sci-fi. Practicing. Michael. Harder. Go softer. Lower the volume.
Yeah, for those who don't want to use this website, there's actually another website I can show you which is a bit more interesting.
Oh.
If you don't want to, then you need to listen to this one. Okay. It's going to be a bit loud, I hope not. Okay, this website is a bit more interesting. This another, I think this was like a coded project or something. WebGL experiment. Yeah, this is a WebGL experiment for Google Chrome. This one you can actually build like 3D structures, and then it will play according to the sound. Then you can rotate around, look around. If you want to delete something, you will alt click on it. I'm gonna go a bit crazy here. I'm gonna draw something. I'm not really good at this. yeah, just some fun thing to play around. If you're not really that talented in making your own, then yeah, this is another place to go. I'm going to give you like another 1 or 2 more minutes.
Oh, it's cool. You must do like that.
Translation.
Then you get the scale.
And I can read back. I don't know what's the corresponding key. Those terms I can't translate. I mean, for those terms like, I don't even know Kurdish in Chinese. Last time my PS is in Chinese, right? I can't do it. I just can't do it. Can't do it.
Wait, I never told you how to record, right? Yes. Okay, you go back to Audacity. While your music is playing, just click this big red button. Right now it's not recording anything because I'm not like really playing it. Wait, hold on. Yeah, like I said, it wasn't recording anything because I was muting the stuff. So there you go. And it also depends on the volume you play at. Yeah. Okay. What you want to do is you want to record like hold on. You want to record a segment which sounds like it can be looped. Basically that's usually like 4 bars of music, if you know music terminology. Yeah. That's 4 bars ish. At least 4 bars. You should record more because you're going to cut it. Okay? So yeah, do your recording.
Yeah, that's nice.
Okay, let's do this. Okay, recorded your stuff? Yes?
Help.
No?
Mac.
Yes, yes, no, yes. No? Yeah.
What about for Mac?
Sorry? Oh, Mac, Audacity, you can download it on Mac also.
As in, how do I record?
Oh. I don't have the Audacity on Mac, but... Oh, yeah. True, true. Yeah. Alex? It's the same,
I think so. Is that the earlier stuff that you showed in terms
huh? The stereo mix thing at the bottom, right?
Yeah, let me just download it.
Okay.
But I think
That's
it's
true.
this.
Thanks for telling me, I'll add it to the document later.
Is yours recording? Oh. As in, do you have to change anything with the recording?
Change to the speaker. No, change your.
This is Audacity preferences.
Change your recording device.
How to build that.
Last thing is
Hello. Yeah, speaking about outside ambient.
Yeah, but you can do pick up your speaker right. Oh. Audio from
See, now it's playing.
Okay, we go. How to change for Audacity for Mac?
I need your mouse. Is it off the comment?
Yeah, I can take the combination. Did you figure it out?
I'm googling it.
I think you can
just use the internal microphone.
Yeah, like.
So it gives you a bit more
But I
time.
think it's speaking of everything else.
Yeah, that's
Only the wire that connect to your.
yeah. I mean, there's the if you had line back, actually have line inners and input as well.
Okay.
And then if you stick, yeah, you could have a line that loops from one to the other.
I see.
But there may be a better way of doing it. Yeah, if you
Sunflower.
it's a free open source. Okay, so it should be. I've always just done things in a quiet room and used the microphone. But yeah, this sounds like a better solution.
Okay. I'm not going to do a perfect one, but yeah, hold on. Okay, I'm not going to do a perfect one, but I'll just show you how to do it. Okay, you recorded already? Yes, yes. Recorded already, this is what you're going to see. The top one is actually the right channel, and the bottom one is the left channel. So if you want to do some stereo sound kind of stuff, you can edit them separately. But for now, I'm just going to edit the whole thing. Okay, so once you have your track, what you're going to do is listen until you can roughly gauge where it starts to loop. And like I said, I'm not doing a perfect one, but okay. Right now you should be in this mode, which is called selection tool. What you want to do is highlight the part that you think is the looping part. So basically maybe like that. It's probably longer, but whatever. Okay, now you're going to use the trim tool, trim audio, because this is the part you want to use. If you want to use the parts that are outside here, you want to use this one called silence audio. Okay? But then we want this middle part, so you trim audio, and you'll be left with this. Okay? So right now what you want to do is switch tools to the time shift tool. So you can focus on this part. And take note, this will only affect the highlighted part. So you have to highlight it beforehand with the selection tool. And Audacity is useful because it snaps things like that. Okay, so you can overshoot, but generally it's easier to snap it just like that. Okay, let's go back here. Yes, you see that stream audio. Okay, now to hear whether it loops. First, when you press play, okay, when you press play, you play once. But you want to hear whether it loops or not, you shift and space. Press shift and space. And you switch to repeat, loop play. Like I said, it's not a perfect one. Okay, so all you have to do is basically just trim until you're happy with it. And then you can straight away export it. This is simple cutting and timing. Okay? Now I'm going to do a bit. Oh yeah, by the way, when you export it, right, it'll be in WAV or WAV file format, which is uncompressed audio file format. So, which is okay for this because it's a short track. So the size won't be as long. But if you're going to compose some stuff and then put in your Audacity and you want a full song that you're not going to loop, it's basically a full song, you don't want to use it as WAV file. You want something compressed, like, I don't know, MP3. Okay? But it also depends on the game engine you're using. For example, Unity and GameMaker, I think both of them will accept MP3 and WAV files. Okay, so there's something to consider. Now a bit of advanced, not really advanced, but a bit more just to expand on this. What if you want to layer two tracks together? Let me give you an example. This was from the last year's GameCraft submission, which was that some mouse game, which was on a clock. So what I wanted to do with it was, this is just the loopable track. I think I should be able to loop it right. Not really sure. Anyway, I want this track to have a ticking sound for the sound effect of the mouse hand moving, the minute hand moving, second hand. And then, so I found a ticking sample, but then it didn't match with the track, with the piano track. What? Okay, so what you can do with it is, right now, you go to Audacity and import both of those files in. Once you're done with this, you can save it or something. But yeah, import those files in. Make sure you can. Okay, no borders. Okay, so I have this short ticking track. Okay, and when I play it together with the piano, it's a bit out. Let me just loop it a bit. Yeah, you can Control C and Control V using this anyway. Right? So, what you want to consider is the BPM of the clock and of the BPM of the music. So what you're going to do is, you're going to mute, mute the clock. Yeah, mute the clock. And then, it's going to be a bit annoying, but you have to go to this website called, I think the link is there also. You can just Google the BPM generator or something, I don't know what it's called. Just Google for BPM, you'll find this website. BPM is beats per minute, by the way. Okay, so it's quite simple. All you just do is press spacebar according to the beat. The longer you do this, the more accurate the BPM will be. If I remember correctly, I'm a bit lazy to do this, so I think it was 133, I think. I'm not going to do a perfect one, just to show you how to do it. Okay, now you have the BPM of this music. You want to match the BPM of this clock track so that the ticks are on the beat. How do you do that? Go to Effect, change tempo. And now you know the BPM, right? Oh yeah, actually, you need the BPM, the original BPM. Actually, you don't need, you do need the original BPM. Yeah, you need the original BPM and the new BPM I'm going to change to, and then just basically, I don't know, I'm not really sure. I'm just going to put this in. It will edit the track accordingly. I think that's correct. Let me hold on. Is this sound right? I think so. Okay. A bit fast. Yeah. Okay. Then from here, once it doesn't really match here, but yeah. Once you're happy with it, you can just continue pasting. And yeah. Another trick, like I said just now, these are like two parts, right? You just highlight the over thing and double click. Oops. Wait, hold on. Yeah, double click on the line, right? And it will disappear. So it's now one big track which you can move around. Yeah? Let's see. Okay, now you see it overshoots a bit. So we just cut it. And yeah. Okay, I didn't really cut it that nicely, so you can hear a bit of a pause. But yeah, and then what you want to do is just adjust the level. If you're not happy with how loud the ticking is over the music, just change the amplification. Yeah, that's it for layering through stuff. And then you what you want to do after that is you export it, and it will be one file. Okay? That is it for BGM. Now for sound effects. Again, you can record your own sound effects. It's quite simple. This is a mic or whatever. Or you can go to free resources websites like freesound.org, which requires a registration, free registration. And I said here to watch out for the Creative Commons licenses, because some people prefer if you credit them, some people are fine if you just editing it and putting it wherever you want. Okay? Oh, and there's also another website which also has Creative Commons sound effects, but this is more towards retro games, like 8-bit sounds you can generate from this website. All of these websites are inside the document already. Like for example, I want a power up sound. Yeah. You can play around with, if you know your music jargon and stuff, you can play around with all these levels. And a longer sustain. Okay, that's a bit much. But yeah, and you're happy with it, export it. Normally it's WAV file, since it's quite small. You can randomize stuff and you'll just make some weird stuff. Okay. Okay, now free sound, right? Let's go to free sound. You might actually already have. You can preview some of the weird sounds that they have. There's really some weird sounds here. But yeah, you can preview just using from the search bar. For example, you want to, I don't know, anything. Okay, you happy with that? And oh yeah, by the way, you see this here? Hold on, licenses. You want this? Okay, but never mind. For now, I'm just going to show you. Okay, this is an attribution license. Attribution license is not what you're looking for. You're looking for Creative Commons 0, but never mind. I'm just showing it to you. You just download it and it will just you can import it straight to Audacity. Okay, but right now, today, we're going to use a file which I already assigned, which is inside the resource folder actually. It's called SFX example. You want to import that, because this is a good example to show you some of the stuff you can do. It's a bit weird. I don't know if you guys have listened to it yet.
Hello, Wendy. Hello, Wendy.
Okay, I picked this because I can show you some interesting stuff. Okay. What you want to look for when you make a sound effect is, for example, tempo. Maybe that was a bit too fast. You want it to sound like he's dragging it out. You want to highlight the part you want to use. This is important. You want to highlight the part you want to edit and tweak. Change tempo. Change tempo, I think it's quite self-explanatory. Like I said just now, I already explained this. It'll make it shorter, or you can make it a bit longer. So, I don't know, 80. Less beats per minute means it's longer.
Hello, Wendy.
Okay? Let's see, what else? Pitch. Also self-explanatory. You want this guy to sound like a chipmunk or something. Usually there's these sliders here. Sliders are like easy, so you don't need to find the exact number. Yeah, okay. Okay, this is a bit different. Speed is not tempo, it's pitch plus tempo. Okay? This is important because let's make him
Hello, Wendy.
here. It's not exactly. There's quick tempo speed. Oh, right, quick tempo. Yeah, it's gonna sound deep.
Hello, Wendy.
Okay. Right? So it's both speed, tempo plus pitch, which is important because, yeah, you can, it's up to you actually. What we kind of did for last year's game craft, every level it goes, the music will change speed. So it will go higher and faster, just to make it, you can get the more hectic effect, right? Make it more chaotic, I guess. Okay, amplify I already explained just now. Okay, fade in, fade out. This is also quite interesting. If you, let's say you're not happy, like your track starts from here.
Hello, Wendy.
It sounds a bit sudden, right? You just suddenly
Hello, Wendy.
crap. Okay, you're not happy with that. Okay, let's say I don't have this. Okay, I want it to sound like it's coming in more smoothly. I use this thing called a fade in. But fade in doesn't have any like attributes or variables you can change. If you want to make it more smooth, just keep doing it. And you can see it will give this like little rise, this little expansion. If you want to make it more smoother, you should highlight a longer part and do the fade in. Okay? So it sounds like something is coming like closer to you or something. Okay? There's also a fade out which you can do on the other side. So let's hear how it sounds like now.
Wendy.
Yeah, okay, nicer lah, I guess. Okay. All this stuff I'm just showing you how to do so you can play around with it and until you find a nice enough sound effect that you think fits your game. Okay. Yeah, like I said, remember the part that it affects is the part you highlight. Okay, now this is the reason I picked this track is because there's a lot of noise, a lot of background like that.
Hello, Wendy.
Right? Okay, let's go back to the original. Okay.
Hello.
Okay? So when you record your own like tracks, if you don't have a good microphone, what you're gonna end up with is this kind of background noise. How do you want to get rid of that? It's kind of simple actually. There's this effect, all of these are the effects by the way. There's this effect called noise removal. How do you want to do this? It's a bit weird. You select, you find where in your track the noise is most obvious. For example here lah. And then what you do is go to noise removal. This you want to click this button called get noise profile. So this is the profile that the software is going to use to like test against your whole track and remove this kind of sound. Okay, so now it knows what to look out for. Now what you'll do is highlight the whole segment that you want to like edit and remove the noise. Noise removal, and you can adjust the sensitivity and stuff, or if you want to like be a bit more careful, just do it once. See, it's a bit nicer now.
Hello, Wendy.
If you're still not happy, you can keep doing it. noise removal, again, it'll like you can see that a lot of this noise is gone. Right?
Hello, Wendy.
Yeah. This is very useful, like I said, if you're recording, because sometimes, even though this website has a lot of weird recordings, a lot of weird samples, sometimes you won't find the one that you're looking for a sound effect. And like, worst come to worst, you record your own voice and then edit it until nobody knows it's your voice. Which I had to do once. Okay. Like I said, again, you're happy with your sound effect. Happy with your sound effect. You trim it, remove it, and then you just export it. Okay? And then you get a WAV file which you can import into your game. That's about it. Generally, like I said, all I'm covering is all the stuff that's pretty basic enough for you to just play around and find something you like lah. Some sound that you like, that you think is gonna fit your game. Okay, you can release, like I said, creative license is quite important, especially for publishing your own game or putting your game in a competition. And take note of the file types of your sound bites, because if it's too big, it's gonna lag your game also. And yeah, you can refer to these websites to play around. Oh, I haven't shown you this. For those who are more musically inclined, you can go to this website. What it does is one keyboard button is one, oh my god, it's taking so long to load. One keyboard button is one instrument, let's say. This is also another WebGL experiment. That was my J. Then if you're like really good at music, you can, you know, that kind of stuff. And then just record lor. But yeah, record it in the background, everything. Share that. Okay? That's it. And yep, you can just keep this document because I made it such that you can read it yourself actually. Okay, so now we're going on to Flash. Insert the laptop. You can take some break.
Think now is break time, so y'all can go toilet about 10 minutes. Yeah. I think Ishan has something to say to you guys about game.